Yeah, my name's Chris Shute. I'm down Pier 21, real close to the farmer's market. Right outside my window is the art college, and I make jewelry. Been down here for 35 years or so. Before the museum, the immigration museum up the way here was there, I was up above with a bay window overlooking the harbor, which is kind of nice. I was about 10 years up there, and the rest of the time down here, maybe 15 years up there. I've been here 21 years in this building, and at least 10, 15 years before that up there. And yeah, I've been exploring this for a long time, obviously. Cutting stones for a while and making them into jewelry. I make knives as well. Also spent my time making TV and movie sets.
How did you get into it?
How did I get into it?
When you were in grade 10, for example, did you know or have any idea?
I knew I wanted to go to the art college because I made things. I always made things, you know, like carving little carvings or, you know, whatever, you know, stringing beads or, you know, I remember in those days they had the old hippie beads here, these Venetian African, well, they're Moroccan beads we used to call them. These are like 450 years old, but I used to string these. Anyway, you know, I just like beautiful things, and I ended up, I wanted to go to the art college, and the old man said, you know, don't be stupid, get a trade, then go to the art college. So I took a course in cabinet making, and moved out west, and you know, worked in the construction area, and ended up working in theaters, building sets, and furniture and that sort of thing for shows. And I ended up building this beautiful cabinet with Japanese ladies on it, and but it was all bas-relief carved, and it was really nice. And I said, what the hell am I doing here? Getting $5 an hour. This is back in '81, which $5 an hour wasn't even that good back then. And so I said, I'm going back to Halifax, and I'm going to go to the art college, and I'm going to take design, and I'm going to build furniture. So I did just that. I got to the art college. I figured I'd basically take a jewelry course so I could learn to make the hardware that goes onto the furniture. And the first day I was there, half an hour, I made a piece of jewelry, and I went for lunch at the cafeteria and sold it for 20 bucks. And I said, hell with lugging plywood for the rest of my life. I've been making it ever since, making jewelry ever since. So jewelry trade has been very good for me. Anyway.
So your metalwork to start with the idea of making the hardware for your your custom cabinets.
Yeah,
Wow.
and that's where it all came from. Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Yeah. So here's my goodies. I've been making knives lately as well. Here's one of those. Damascus steel, rosewood, and silver, and a little bit of gold there, which is kind of fun.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, feels good too. Anyway, we digress. Oh, here's some rings. That's a sheet for a knife. That's going to become picked up. This is I found this rock actually at Scott's Bay, not far from the parking lot. This one's labradorite. I don't know if you can catch the color there.
Oh yes.
You do, right there?
Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah, beautiful stuff. I love this stuff. Oh, here's a neat piece. This is amber from Dominican Republic. And I don't know if you can see inside, but
Oh yes.
there's a coin in there. And that's an Icelandic coin, so you can just see a Viking there. And I got it made on a swivel. On the other side of the coin is a fish. It's kind of fun. There's a fish. This is made with jade. I call this the angry fish. It looks a little angry. Oh, here's one of my lady pins. You can see there, that's the head, a little bit of a turban. That's her neckline. That's a Nova Scotian agate as well.
Yes, sir. Fantastic.
I have a whole series of those. Here's another line I did for a while there. This is a piece of labradorite again. Well, I call this the Comets. I got a whole series of them. Here's another one with labradorite again. Same with the amethyst here. That's the first one of these I made. That's made with bronze and amber. That was taken after, I think it was called the Stratford Hoard, Viking hoard that was found in Scotland. That's where the bird got inspired by. But that led into something else. That led a little bit further on into these. which is that's 10 karat gold, silver, and amethyst. And you can see how there it slides on, it'll hook on to your sweater or your scarf and stay there. I've tried these out and they really do hold. The first thing I want to do is make a rubber mold, which is such like this, which is put the original object in there and then pack it up in rubber and vulcanize it, which is a heat and pressure. You pressure the sheets of rubber. Rubber comes in sheets like this, peel it back, and the rubber's inside. And heat and pressure will form around it, and then you cut it open, you put it in a frame, cut it open, and you get your object. And then you shoot it. This one here I can't use because it has a little divot in it. But there's what the award looks like. This is the back, that's the front, but this is the back. But since that I can't use it, so scrap it and pull another one. And you can see the impression of the object I want there. So I'll put that through on a couple plates to keep it nice and firm. And I've just discovered I can use this to hold it tight, which is not really tight. Get some pressure here on the injection machine. And you'll see here I just push in there and the wax comes out. So, there. Give that a minute or two, or seconds or two. So I feel like it's full, which it should be right about now. And I just let that cool for a few minutes, and I can open it up and I'll get my model. So that should be cool by now. And there it is. That one's got a divot too, so I'll have to do it again. But usually you pretty well get every one. Maybe because somebody's watching, I'm not. That's the way things go. It has to go over here. And I mix up some plaster. This one's already, I gotta clean that out. But the model is then mounted onto the rubber. You just heat that up and stick it in there. And then a steel cylinder will go over top of that. Then I take that and then I fill it up, I mix up some plaster, fill it up, this special plaster, and it goes in here, which is a vacuum pump. And I suck all the air out of it and let it set and dry, and then it goes into the kiln. And this stuff's been in here since this morning, these two flasks, and I'll be casting those in a few minutes. So, this is the casting machine. It winds up and spins around and round and round.
So centrifugal?
Centrifugal casting, yeah. Now, this is a big arm for large castings. I'm doing small casting today. So I'll just switch out the arm. Yeah, that's it. There's a counterbalance weight here, but I already have this balance for the small crucible and small flasks. Now, this old flask is getting a little dirty, so I want to start off with a clean one. But I have to break it in first. So to do that, I'll have to go over here. A brand new crucible here, but there's absolutely no surface to it. So I want to break it in, which is basically get a glassy coat on it. And this is, in this tin here is borax. So what I'm going to do here is just heat this thing up. A little bit. And then throw some flux in. That's going to flop around for a while, but eventually it will start to stick when the crucible gets hot enough. I don't know if you can see with the flame there, but it's starting to turn into black and liquidy. There'll be a glossy coating on there when I'm done. And you can see down there all that, it's very glossy. That's pretty well lit. That's enough to get it started. Okay, so this slides into here. There we are. Okay, my flask is going to sit in this cradle here. I have these little things to get us the right height. Make sure I'm the right height. Yeah, that's right. Now, I'm going to make sure I have a bucket of water to quench it in later when it's done. First, I got to wind this up. I give it 3 times. 1, 2. Make sure that's tight there. 3. You don't want to let go now. It'll break your arm right in half. And I'm going to keep this. This pin is just sitting there. As soon as I pull this back, that pin drops. And I let go, and that thing will fly around and around and around. Real fast. You see the holes there where the metal will go in? There's 2 of them in there. Slide it into the cradle. Get really nice and firm so it ain't going nowhere. Don't give it any hard shocks or the thing will shatter. I'm using oxypropane. A lot of people swear by oxyacetylene, but it's dirty. Acetylene is dirty, and it costs like $100 a bottle, where propane, it cost me, well, how much a tank of propane costs? Nothing, and it'll last about 4 years. There she starts to go. That's running at around 1700 degrees Fahrenheit. Somewhere in there. Silver melts at around 1640, 50. I'm not sure exactly, somewhere around there. Give it a shot of borax, which is wait for that. Thank you. This will drive off the oxygen again. Okay, we're ready to pass. Fire in the hole! There it is. Woo! That's fun. There we go. So there's a button there. So we know there's silver in there. And we'll take it over to here to this bucket of water and quench it. I'll just leave it in there. I'm gonna give it a little helping hand. There we go. And there is our model. I'll just put that in an acid dip. It'll come out nice, fresh and shiny. Do a little polishing, clean up the edges, have it gold plated, and it's ready to be given away.